So I'm live, hopefully. Yep. So here we go. This will be the final production stream for Skygirl since, yeah, I'm basically almost done. So I'm going to design a set here, the last one. And I don't know if we'll be able to film it. I'm not sure, but we'll see. And then I have kind of an announcement to make, but I'll get to that later. So let's just start with a set. All right. Okay. So it's going to be fairly simple. Yeah, this could work. All right, let's get started. And then I'll get to, I'm probably going to share some news later on. There we are. So it's going to be a pretty simple set. It's just going to be New York City. I have some props here. I'll probably look into using Kit Bash as well. What I'm looking for here is, let's go to road intersection. Because I'm only going to do one direction. Okay, let's just snap this to 90. There we go. And might as well make it like a 4-lane. So yeah, this is the from the downtown city pack, which is pretty useful, especially like designing New York City. So I'm basically creating a neighborhood in the Midtown district. let's try that again. Okay. All right. Wonder why it's not letting me. That's okay. Normally this would be a spline, but apparently it's not working for me, which is odd, but okay. Yeah, that's a little weird for me. Oh well. Things happen. Weird. It's not letting me to make these markings here. Oh, never mind. Problem is, it's not a decal, it's an actual one, so I'll have to like adjust it by like 0.5 or something. Okay, well, that's fine. The only problem is, yeah. Like right in the center of that, I guess. Maybe we could just change it by 500 or... Yeah, at least like 10. There we go. Okay. So there's a couple of things I'm going to be doing here. Actually, first of all, I want to make sure I have this. Huh, I do. Shit. Yeah, we'll see how well this works, but there's some scaffolding, trees, good. This is from Kit Bash. Usually I like to complain about them how being high poly and all that, but we'll see. See how well it works out. Hi, you're not working. Uh-oh. That's what I thought. It just, yeah. I guess I have a right to complain. Okay, because it doesn't want to work. Yeah. Unless... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well it works. Oh, boy. May have to migrate this. Great. Alright, well, we're waiting for that. I'm just going to get a building down. This one will actually be pretty easy. Okay. So waiting for that to load. That's going to do a shader. Good. Come on. There we go. So this here is one of my favorite tools. Obviously, if anyone has seen me work on kind of live streams, you'll know why. Let's go with like 40 or 30. And let's see, how many stories do I want? I think something like this will be okay. Let's go with 8. Actually, maybe let's do 12. Actually, let's just go to 8 because I have a prop idea. do simple. There we go. All right. Right click. And generate. Hello. Oh, great. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Yeah, let's go like 825 or so. Okay. Let's get another one. Yeah, this is a pretty useful tool for me. I strongly recommend it. So let's see. Let's go with 9. Maybe let's do 11. Sure. Yeah, if you're not familiar with this one, it's called Downtown City Pack. You can actually get this. So let's actually let's change this to 3, and then our material to be oh, it's like 3. There you go. Yeah, let's do like 2. There we go. A little variety. All right, so generate that. Not what I expected, but if anything, I probably changed the ground floor. So I want to see if I can actually change it. That's the nice thing about this. Like, you can actually change a bunch of this. So if I don't like it, you know, I could just change it to 1 or 4. Yeah, I think this would be a lot more appropriate. And let's say, you know, I want like an interior set. So I could take one of these windows here and say, you know, I can actually change it. So I want an AC unit. So I can actually add one in, or, you know, let's say I want a material. So I can actually change this and build an interior set like this. It's quite interesting, actually. So it's well worth it, especially if you want to build like New York City. So final one is going to be here. Let's see. Let's go like 6 or something. And yeah, let's go to 9. And then so how are we doing on this? Okay, still compiling. All right, you know, same old thing. Nothing new under the sun. Yeah, so basically I just need to do this, but I want to add a couple things. Okay. And finally, this. Okay. Okay. And suddenly, everything is right. Or close to it. Probably gonna add a few more things, but still. Let's see here. Yeah, screw it. Might as well. And if we put our character in, probably wouldn't hurt kind of deleting a lot of this stuff, but we'll see. Alright, so getting the Empire State Building. That way, hey, it's New York City, you know. It's shiny. Oh, no. Doesn't need illumination. Oh, where's that model? No. No. Take that off. Alright, so Empire State Building. Let's do... let's do like 100 and see how big it is. Let's go like... you know what? It's okay. Let's just... let's see. Yeah, that'll work. So how are we doing? Okay, good. Am I gonna have a problem with you if I drop you? Nope. Let's say your texture's a little weird, but okay, that's good enough for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everything here and move it over to Skygirl. No. How are we doing on that? All right. Doing okay, I guess. So while we're waiting for that, those who read the community tab, I'm working on actually on a scheduling thing for some private tutoring for people if anyone's interested. Price would be $50. It's kind of like a private session through like Discord, Google Hangout, or Google Meet, or Zoom, or whatever. I'll kind of explain the reason why I'm doing it. Is I kind of mentioned that I have a lot more time with Skygirl and everything, and it's just something I've been asked to once in a while. I just never really had the time until recently, and you know the money that for these private lessons will go into projects like hiring voice actors and all that. I can't really do Udemy or anything like that. I've looked into it for a couple of reasons why I'm not going to do that. I prefer teaching like private courses, one-on-one. I'm really good at doing that. Basically, it's for anybody who wants to learn Unreal, who's kind of unsure about it, who's just new, who really wants just to know what to work with, what to expect, because there's just a lot coming at you at once when it comes to Unreal. There's a lot of, and there's some people who just don't know where to start, and I'll just kind of teach you guys like what to expect, what to work with, anything like that, how to work with sequencer, camera moves, just kind of get you into the idea of working with Unreal. So it'll be a couple hours. You can ask as many questions as you want. It's basically going through like a step by step, like what to work with, how to start, where to go, what resources to look for, that kind of thing. So I'll be building that. I'll be getting like I'm kind of working on kind of scheduling. So probably around next week you'll see that. Like I said, I'm looking at $50. I think it's fair, and it doesn't mean I'm gonna be stopping live streams or anything like that, or hiding stuff behind a paywall, or this is just, hey, if you really want to learn it, and if you're really just unsure, I'm here. Got the Discord. I got I can meet up and all that. I'll have everything kind of fully kind of everything all ready to go, I guess, pretty soon. But yeah, just want to just bring that out there for anybody who's interested. I've been asked about it a couple times. I just never really had the time to properly implement it until now. And as such, if you're like curious and you have any questions, just let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. But if you really want to start out, if you really want to work with Unreal and you don't want to sit through hours of live streams constantly or looking up tutorials and you just want to get into it, I'll help out with that. Okay, so that's not too bad for what it is. Yeah, this is from Kit Bash, by the way. Yeah, the one thing I found out with Kit Bash is it's just sometimes it can be a little too much. But, maybe we can. I want like something here. It's more of a Times Square, something you see in Times Square. Whoops, did it crash? No. And since we're done with that, I can actually get out of this quickly. There we are. Yeah, it should run better now. It's not too bad. No. What I'm probably gonna do is add a bunch of decal here. I wonder if there's like a barrier or a bollard, something to work with here. Got lamps. I could definitely work with that. Start out with trees. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. I think this could work pretty well. Yeah, the trees could definitely work. Let's see. Let's have one of these. Okay. Oh, god dang it. Yeah, well, I'll take care of that decal work later on. But, I just want the basic props here. What's else? I want to also add something else too. Let's go here. And let's just throw Skygirl in here. Oh yeah, this will definitely work for what I'm doing. Perfect. Interesting. No, I think this is fine. Trying to create like something similar to Midtown. That's what I'm kind of aiming for. Yeah, I've been to New York. It's just like there's some parts of New York where it's very quiet. Like it's a very loud city, especially once you get in the middle, like Midtown. It's kind of crazy. But then what's like you go like lower Manhattan on a weekend, and it's just very quiet. Except once you get to like the area around One World Trade Center, then it gets kind of gets a little crazy. Then it gets really busy. But certain parts, like I was walking through, and it was just really quiet. It's just eerie, like New York City. Tokyo is incredibly quiet. It's like anywhere you go, it's a very quiet city for what it is. 40 million people, but yet it's just like certain parts you don't hear anything. You just hear like wind or trees. But yeah, New York City is quite interesting. Like my first experience in New York City. Well, yeah, there's actually it's kind of Tokyo is really similar too. But my first experience in New York City, I actually came by train through from Washington D.C. to New York and I had to go to Penn Station, which was just it was rush hour too, so keep that in mind. And once the doors open on the train, I had just immediately just a huge flood of people, and it was just incredibly crazy. I've never been through that environment as much. And Penn Station, for those who know who've been there, know what I'm talking about. Like how crazy it gets, and it's just really, it's really not built for like how much crowd there is. I guess is the best way of describing it. But it was just insane, and I had to get out. Like I felt really claustrophobic. And then immediately once I got into New York, I kind of realized how walled in and massive and huge it is, and there's just so many people, and immediately had to go meet somebody on like immediately, and I got really angry at like a bunch of people who were hogging the sidewalk. They're tourists looking around, and I'm in a hurry, and I just like, okay, I finally understand why New Yorkers are crabby. They're not jerks. They just have to put up with people. I kind of understood it. Tokyo, when I got in, I actually I was in I was I actually immediately I kind of got off at Tokyo main station, and it was it's just incredibly, like, a lot of people moving left and right in all directions incredibly fast, and I had to keep up the pace. And I had no idea where I was going. I was trying to find out to just trying to get out to get to my hotel. It was like 6 o'clock at night, so I think people were leaving the workplace, and it was just crazy. It was like it was chaos, I guess. There was a sort of order and chaos at the same time. It's a weird way of describing it. But a neighborhood like this in New York would be, I don't know, it depends. It's like it could be either really quiet and peaceful, or it's just chaotic and noisy and loud. I think it depends. The closer you are to Times Square, the more chaotic it is. It's the best way of describing that for anyone who hasn't been to New York. Well, I'm just waiting for this to load up. Then, like, once you get to Lower Manhattan on a weekend, then it's pretty quiet, and yeah, you don't really hear anything. It's really strange. But Lower Manhattan's more of a business financial center. That's where Wall Street is. But anyway, back to my that's enough of my rambling. Yeah, and Tokyo was like crazy. Like I stayed in two areas in Tokyo. My first night I was close to like where the main station is, or Tokyo Station. And the second time I went back, so I went to Nikko, came back, and I stayed in Shinjuku, and Shinjuku is quite busy. And I went to Shibuya, which was really busy, and it was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to be in Shinjuku. Or so I don't want to be in Shibuya. I just want to I just want to be out. Because for those who don't know, Shibuya is famous for that multi-crossing where everyone crosses the streets and everything. Like if you've seen like videos on Tokyo, you've probably seen people go through multiple crossings. That's Shibuya. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing it right. I might have butchered it, but it's not combined meshes. I think I have video of it with my time in Shibuya. I think. Let me see if I can find some. Oh, we're waiting for this to load up. No, not on me, but yeah, if you want to know how massive Tokyo is, let me save something. Yeah, that's Tokyo. That would be what, Shinjuku here? Tokyo Tower. Mount Fuji was supposed to be behind. It's just behind these clouds here. It's just a massive city, just all around. That was my picture. Let's see what else I have. Sure, it's picture time. Why not? Shanghai, China. Top of the Shanghai Tower. Actually, I'll show you how tall that building is. Let's see. And then, oh, we're waiting for that. So I think, at least 546 meters up when I was taking this picture. At least 546, 500, if I have to take a guess. That is close to 1,800 feet for anybody who's really want to know what if I have to go back to imperial units. It's like close to 1,800 feet tall, up in the air. This building here is 492 meters, so about 1,600 feet. This one here is about, if I can look, about 420. So it shows you how high up I was. It's quite insane. So yeah, still loading, and still loading everything. That's how it goes. Oh, one of my favorite pictures I've taken, though, in my traveling happens to be this one. And that's Mount St. Helens from an airplane. So I'm just going through some of my old photos. I'm just bored. Yeah. Just waiting for everything to load up. Oh boy. Alright, am I done? Okay, I'm done with this. Okay, enough of picture time. Yeah, that looks good for me. So I'm just going to migrate this over to Skygirl. It's always fun going to going to cities and just kind of taking everything in, walking around, and kind of get a feel for it. A large part of Skygirl is based in Scotland, like the Highlands. I thought that was incredibly dramatic, so that's why I kind of went with it. Originally, it was supposed to be in Japan, but I just don't know. After kind of going back and forth, and I'm pretty happy I went with that. Okay. Now we're done, and I'm going to save everything just in case. Would you explain what specular is or does in Unreal Engine 5? Oh, a specular map. Let's see. How would I define a specular map? It just kind of shows like how shiny, I guess, like how light. Well, just kind of. I can't. Yeah, I would say it's just more shiny. Oh. Like the best way of describing it is like how much light, like how much it kind of shines, I guess, is the best way of describing it. I'll just go back quickly. I'll just make a quick material. So we have everything here. So I got my trash. Yeah, I got my vehicles. Good. And let me exit out of this. Yeah, let me just go through it here. So let's just make a quick material. And let's just assign a value here. So we'll do a value of 0. And let's just do a color here. Let's just assign just a little bit here, some gray. So if we crank this up to like, let's do at least like 1. It has like a little bit, you see the little reflective here, like how much the light bounces off of it. It kind of controls how much of that light here. So if we kind of lower it, you see there's a little bit of light. Like in comparison to like something like roughness. So let's go with roughness here, which is to add a value for roughness. And let's just go back to 0. So we don't so this is roughness here. Set this matte. If we change it to 1, first of all, just delete that. So you kind of see something here. So if we just change to specular, so let's just do 0.25, and let's just change this to like 0.5 for the specular. And change it to like 1. So you can see a difference in how much reflected, how much the light's getting reflected. It's really hard for me to properly explain it, but I just have to show you. It's more like a reflection thing. That's how like how much light's bouncing off of it. So that's really your value. So you kind of see this. Just watch the ball. I mean, just watch this light here. So I don't know how much that's really going to help, but I'd just rather show it to you like visually. I can't really describe it. It's just something to pay attention to, how much it kind of reflects back. That's really what specular does. Roughness kind of shows, like I said, this is like roughness, how much it kind of shows, shows it back and forth. That's just something to pay attention to. Same thing for your metallic. The metallic is more like, it's not as vital as roughness, but it's still quite important, I guess. So I think you're talking about characters. I think when it comes to characters, I would do like 0.2 for the specular and just kind of adjust and see what works best. Because I know Reallusion doesn't have the same. I think I left it default, so I didn't really do much. But the other thing too is your light. One thing is I always find your default lighting for Unreal is very harsh. That's why I don't like filming like regular sky maps or anything. That's why I use like ultra dynamic sky, and why I kind of, you'll probably see me working a lot with rectangular lights and all that, because like you see this, it doesn't look very interesting, especially when I put the camera in. So it's about what your lighting does. I just noticed that your default Unreal light engine light's very harsh. So it's not going like this is something I usually see once in a while. People are wondering, oh, why doesn't my characters look good in Unreal Engine and all that? I see this constantly, and they're often using like really default lighting setups and all that, and it just makes your characters a hell of a lot uglier. The question I get would be, oh, how do you make your characters look good? Like, I want my characters to look like that, and it comes down to how you light. So even though you'll adjust your specular settings all you want, it's just going to be a different outcome when you light it differently. That's kind of like the Unreal light and what your final light could be completely different. And I see that with hair often. This hair, like and that's kind of the secret to good looking characters. That's pretty much the best way of describing it. It's not so much the engine, because everyone's like, oh, Unreal is like the magic program, I guess, but not really. It just depends on what you do. If you can't light, there's no hope. You can make your characters look as good as they want, but if, like you can have the nicest graphics card and all that, but if you can't light, you're kind of in trouble. So let's do, and yeah. So yeah, it's just sometimes I find the Unreal light to be a little harsh, and you'll see it here quickly. Or sometimes you'll see it. You'll have a completely different effect. Like this isn't too bad, I think, for her, well, what's the average? Oh, let's do like 8. Let's do 4. 4 should be okay. But we'll have to light a bit more here. So what I'm going to do is probably change it to 4,000. Yeah, your secret to good lighting is knowing how to use rectangular lights, because these are your best friend. I use these all the time. These are my best friends. Let's just, I think the lighting's okay, but you'll have to adjust your light. Not that, but let's fix that. And you're gonna have to tone down the exposure. Fine. Yeah, I think, yeah, it depends on your light too, so. Like most times the specular is okay, but sometimes you'll have to adjust it. I think this is what I want for my, I might have to adjust my lighting more, but still. I think pretty close. Because when you, let's just go here. Ah, there's my little issue. Gotta fix that. I have to go find out what kind of material we have, but I'll go through here, find out, and then yeah, that's kind of your secret to realistic characters, like really good looking characters, is your light. knowing when the lights and everything, get everything done right. Well, didn't mean the rhyme, but it's just yeah, your lighting is kind of key. And if I think a lot of that's just something that, yeah, this doesn't look too bad for the lighting, I think. Yay. Cool. Anyway, let's get through a couple things here before I forget. Then I'll get into decal work here. But yeah, it just comes down to the lighting as well. I think that's quite important. Do I have chaos? No, I don't have chaos. Nope. I'll just throw that in here. I wonder if there was a. Do I? No, I only had. It doesn't open the door. That's a shame. But yeah, no joke. Your lighting is probably the most important thing. It's not so much like, yeah, you'll have to adjust the specular settings in your character a bit, and that takes some experiment. But the most important thing is like just kind of properly lighting. You'll notice that's completely different on what you do. Yeah, that's also one reason is just to learn how to build your sets from scratch instead of like relying on presets, because you don't have full control of your light. You'll kind of struggle having control. So that's why, like, when I just work with ultra dynamic sky, and then I choose what kind of light I want. So I'll film like late afternoon or early morning, as long, because if you film like in the middle of the day, this is more of also a my experience filming live action is I don't like filming like in the middle of the day, like around noon, because that's when the light's harsh. So let's just change this to like 12. So you notice that you get these really ugly shadows sometimes. You get this ugly lighting. It's really harsh. It's really up in the sky. That's why I usually just film around 1600. The light's a little bit more diffused. You get to work with it more. So you'll probably see me. That's why I always just light, or when it comes to lighting, I usually do like middle afternoon. Nobody really can tell. So for her, it'd be like around 8 o'clock or so. But like I said, nobody knows. Nobody can really tell. So I'll probably put in like the taxis from like the chaos vehicle set. Probably gonna clean up some of the mesh, like delete a lot of stuff that you really can't see. So I'll spend some time doing that before I get to film. Um, yeah, with this character, she's gonna get transported from Scotland to New York City, and I'm gonna do this in one continuous camera angle. Like I'm gonna, oh, not really. I'm gonna cheat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to film from the same angle from her moment in Scotland. Run the same animation twice. One in Scotland and one in New York City. Have a visual effect. So she'll kind of cover her eyes or kind of duck her head, look, and then she's in New York City because have really bright lights and then fade out and just kind of get the idea that she's been transported to New York City. She'll look around, camera will pull up, and then you see the Empire State Building. So it's kind of a little camera trick, I guess. So yeah, I'll have to kind of clean up a bit, make sure it's a little bit more compatible, but it's an old camera thing. I tried, actually got to work once, but I might have, well, no, probably not. It's going to be pretty quiet. Let's see. I actually do like this, so let's try putting this here. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to roughly adjust that. Ah, I see. It's one of those things. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Just go with 0 or yeah, that'll work pretty well. Now the question is, where would it be? Over there. Yeah, I should have done something with the origin, but that's okay. That's fine. Yeah. I think I just set it like that there. Like that, but I can just kind of set like this. Then have like a dumpster or something, trash laying around with some decal work. I'm looking for like a dumpster. How'd that work? This comes from CG Trader, I believe. I'll have to find the reference for you guys if anyone's wondering. Oh crap! No, 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 no! It's gonna crash. It'll crash. No. Yeah, a couple of things like this. Probably let's do this like 7. And then I might implement like a physics tool or something. Some decals, some physics tools. But yeah, I think I'm nearly done. Yeah, once I get some decal work here, be pretty close. Probably start filming tomorrow. Yeah, this will be kind of the last live stream for Skygirl since I'm done with it. I only have a couple of shots, and then I'm just gonna be editing and post. It might take me a couple weeks because like I get pretty picky on the editing. Sometimes I go back and reshoot and do a bunch of stuff. But yeah, Skygirl is basically done. Besides the or a lot of it's done, I guess. But so next week will be Red Strike. Then I'll get back to working on Endgame. Yeah, I can definitely. Yeah, I'll do a lot of decal work here, put more props in, but hopefully this helps you guys. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'll probably make a video of this private tutoring thing soon. But I just want to get everything all taken care of with Skygirl. There's only a couple of things left with it. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, let me know.